What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Coach Approach. It's your coach, Blake of the Black Baker, and today, we're going to be going over how to actually improve by watching your own replays. Now, usually when you ask higher elo player, or just someone in general, they're like, how do I get better at League? Dude, this is hard. I want to get better. I want to climb. I want to get good. What do they say? I don't know. Just look at your replays and see what you're doing wrong. What the? Of course, look at my replays. Hello? But how? Right? That's like going to a gym, seeing a fitness instructor, and ask him, "Hey, I want to get buff." He's like, "I don't know. Just go lift weights." Really? I didn't think of that one. It's all about technique. It doesn't matter what you do, it's about how you do it. So in this video, I'm going to show you and go over it, kind of just the crucial things you want to look for when you're looking at your own replays. Obviously, if you've seen me in either giving you a VOD review or you just got coaching by me, I give you a list. And you basically can use that as your cheat sheet to look for the VOD. So if it's like, hey, this one, do XYZ, look in your games and see if you do XYZ. Like, it's that simple when you already have the list. But what do you do if you don't have the list and you're just not sure? Well, this is video for you. So if you're interested in how I would go about looking at my own replays, there's 4 key fundamentals that you want to kind of think about. There's obviously way more than that, but these 4 will definitely ensure that you're getting the most out of your games, even if sometimes you don't really know what specifically are you looking for. If that's something you're interested in, let's get to it. All right, so honestly, this is just a random game. I didn't really choose it for a specific reason. The KDA was, I think, 5, 6, and 10. So that basically tells me, hey, you might have just skated by, or you just died way more than you had to. You know, sometimes you just win games just cause. So I feel like this may have been that game. The 4 things that you want to pay attention to are awareness. Okay, you know, awareness being what is happening on the map. Are there fights that you're just unsure of is happening? Because sometimes that can be something you can affect, right? Or something you can ping back, stuff like that. And that's not just through the early game, that's through the entire game. Sometimes it's one fight that just makes everything bad. And if you could have pinged it, it wouldn't have happened, right? Time management. Are we wasting time? Are we just walking around? Are we just sitting in bushes doing nothing, you know? How long are we doing that? Because that is precious time no matter what role. Now, this is jungle, but it doesn't matter. These 4 things, you know, I've just been playing jungle recently, that's all. So are we wasting time? Whether it be early game, mid game, late game, are we just wasting time doing nothing? And then time efficiency. When we do have that time, are we actually doing it? Are we actually using it efficiently? Now, if you guys are like, well, I still want to see it from my perspective, let me know in the comments below, like, hey, I want to see it. I like it, but I just want to see it from like mid, or I just want to see it from top. Like, can you do it from that? And I'll gladly do that. But if you guys are like, oh, this makes sense no matter where it is. I mean, I know you're looking at jungle, but this makes sense. Then I'll leave it at that. Okay, let me know what you guys want. And then the last one is execution. Do something about it. When you see these things happening, are you doing anything about it? Are you even like, what are you doing? You know, if there's a fight going on top and you can make it or you can ping it, are you even doing anything about it? So you want to see how many things that happen. If you're aware of everything, right? If you have all 3 of those, and I'm aware of everything, my time management is great, my time efficiency is great, then the last thing that's probably messing you up is the fact that you see things happening and you just don't do anything about it. So I'm gonna just skip through this game. I'm not gonna waste too much of you guys' time, and we're just gonna see, do I fall under any of these categories of just, I don't really know what's happening, my time management, I'm just wasting time, or time efficiency, I'm not really doing anything important with my time when I am doing something, and do I do something about every single fight? Like, realistically, not like if I'm down on Krugs, can I do anything about this, right? That doesn't make sense. But if it is something that I can definitely pay attention to, ping back, something like that, or even rotate to, do I do it, you know, and why? And these are the things you want to ask yourself when you go about it, right? So I would just answer this right now. Awareness, I always know when something's happening. If you guys are watching my streams, you guys know, I always pan my camera to what's happening. I never not know what's going on. I might catch the end of it, so obviously that needs to be worked on, right? If you can even get more information before it pops off, it's better for you. But for the most part, I do know what's happening, but we'll still look at it. So time efficiency, time management. I'm not wasting time in doing my farm. There's something happening mid right now. Did I see this positioning? I don't think so. Yeah, I definitely didn't. I didn't see that positioning. I'm not saying I could have done anything about it, but I'm just saying I didn't see the positioning. The way you want to kind of look about if you are paying attention to stuff is just look at the portraits. Are they in a weird spot? Are they clumped up? What are they doing? And that can usually tell you to go look. No matter if you're in lane, if you're support, ADC, you can still look at stuff. You don't have to just not look at anything. This is awkward. So why are you standing like this? Okay. Can I actually affect this if I just skip Krugs? Or skip the Raptors? Nope. Right, because he just backed off. So it wouldn't even done anything. So I'm still farming, kind of being more efficient with my time. What's going on bot? Kayla just pushed up. Still being efficient. Right here. I could have ganked that. I could have ganked that right then and there. So that just goes to show I was too busy underground. When you Rek'Sai's underground, she can't see anything. Unless the vision is showing. So I think I was just too busy underground and I didn't see it. Okay. So it's a lot easier if you record your screen. Honestly, because you can tell if you can pan it. But as long as you're just honest with yourself. I'm very honest with myself, so I know if I'm not gonna lie to myself. If you guys have a hard time doing that, being honest with yourself, and it is hard sometimes because you don't really want to be the butt of the joke, so to speak, right? You don't want to. Self-criticism is hard for anybody. So if you don't want to be honest with yourself, just record it. You can't really dismiss facts. But when it's like this, you might be saying, well, yeah, I know, I seen it was happening. I just, if that sounds like you, record your screen. Then there will be no excuses and you can get better. The easiest way to get better is just knock out all those excuses. So right here, I definitely could have ganked this dude. I wasn't paying attention. I easily could have came up, just ganked him. Nunu should be up here. So there's no way we kind of lose this. And I didn't go for the gank. Oh, I'm doing it now. So I was late, actually. If I was just a little bit earlier, I could have just wrapped around and then ganked him right then and there. So it's on me for sure. Time efficiency, time management. That was a waste, right? Like, it didn't even have to be efficient. Well, no, I lied. I'm not wasting time. I actually am looking for a gank here, but is it an efficient gank? No. So it's wrong. Like, I can't do anything about it. It's just a bad gank. So I didn't waste time, but I just wasn't efficient with my time. Like, it definitely wasn't something that you'd want to be doing. Because technically I didn't waste time because it wasn't efficient. I did waste time. Does that make sense? So I did something with the time, but I could have been farming. That's way more efficient. So I basically was like, oh, I wasted time doing nothing. Even though I obviously used my time to do something. So what this does, obviously, is let everybody know where I am. And I have to keep that in mind. So you see that he's up there getting ganked top. Can I do anything about it? Not really, but yet I'm still trying to come do something about it. Actually, I think I do kill her. I lied. Okay, that's a little bit efficient. We go in, get the kill, and we dip. Okay, we're out. Could have ward out for him. Doing the crab. Cool. As far as I'm aware, I did not see this. I didn't see this. I could have just reganked this, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't think he was gonna fight that, right? So I wasn't paying attention. But look how free that is. Look how, and I'm over here like surfing the rocks and stuff. Look how free that is. I didn't think they were gonna fight though. Is that okay? No, you didn't pay attention. That's two times this game that I could have affected something and I didn't. Two times. Okay, so me checking it and then instantly backing got my blue buff stolen. Was that efficient with my time? I wanted to get stronger. I think, I don't really think that was an issue, honestly. I knew he stole it because of the way that he came up, and I looked at his buffs, and it was his blue buff just started, so I knew okay, the cooldown, obviously is there. He took my stuff. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and path. We're doing drag. I think I get caught here. I get out. We actually end up getting it, I think. Yeah, we do. Don't ask. But we do end up getting it. Was that efficient? No, right? The only reason we got it was because these guys suck, quote unquote, right? We only got it because I got lucky. It was not smart going for that dragon. There's other stuff I could have been doing. I almost got out, but we got her flash. At least I think she flashed. Maybe she didn't flash, come to think of it. Oh, she did flash. It wasn't efficient though, right? There's really no reason to go for that dragon if I know that they're all bot side. And if I didn't know they're all bot side, I'm just not aware. And there we go. Once again, we're back to the same thing of you're just doing stuff because you're not paying attention. Or you're not doing stuff because you aren't paying attention. Okay. All right, so trying to do something. I'm being efficient with my time. Not really. I tried to go for a gank. I guess that was pretty I won't say it was efficient, but I guess that was very good time management. I didn't sit there for too long, and I went and go ahead and did the scuttle when it spawned. So I guess I was just waiting. There's really nothing else to do. So not too bad. Okay, we see Nunu top side. We know that he's gonna be here. Instead of going top, I decided to Rift Herald because I knew he was gonna get ganked, but I didn't ping it. I did not ping it, because I don't think I pinged it. Yeah. I pinged it after the fact. I pinged it when it was too late. I could have pinged it way earlier. I knew it was gonna happen and I just didn't ping it. I just was like my brain was lagging, and I definitely could have made that so that didn't happen. So we try to go for this. Nothing happens, and we just wasted about a good minute doing nothing. And that could have been a gank prevented, or I could have just counter ganked it. You see what I mean? So I'm not gonna go through this whole entire replay, but this is just something that I just think that would help you guys out a lot. This is just some of the things that I'm looking for when I do coach and when I do VOD reviews and stuff like that. Like, obviously there's more to it, but these are just like the core aspects. If you're really unsure how you can get better, if you're really unsure what you need to work on, look at these four. And as I said, if you guys are like, well, I appreciate it, but this role, like, I don't really see it. I want to see it from top. I want to see it from ADE. I want to see it from support, stuff like that. I will then be glad to make those videos. And I'll go ahead and do that for you guys and give you guys that kind of perspective that you guys want. Okay, so I hope this helped you. Remember the four things: awareness. Am I even paying attention about what's going on? Are there fights going on and I just don't know about them through the entire game? Time management. Am I wasting time? Am I really just doing nothing? Time efficiency. When I do use my time, am I using it for important things, or am I just using it to be stupid? So to speak, like if you're gonna back, but you decide to walk. Looks like I could back here, but I decided to go walk and collect the plant and then back. That's wasting like what? I'm gonna say about 10 seconds. You know, and then you gotta walk back. So what? That's like 4 plus 8, which is the back, and then you gotta walk back on the mat, which is like 15 to 20. You could have saved a couple of seconds just backing right then and there instead of walking to get the plant, even though you're gonna back anyway. You know what I mean? Little small stuff like that is what I'm talking about when it comes to time efficiency. Like, are you using it very wisely? And then execution. Do something about it. Are you pinging? Are you pinging late? Are you joining the fights? Are you joining the fights late? Are you split pushing at the wrong time? Like, what are you doing when something's happening? How are you even handling it? Do you just not care? And if you don't know what's happening, we go right back up to the top where it's awareness. We're not aware it's happening, so therefore we can't execute it properly. So if we can get all 4 of these in our games, I guarantee that'll be the simplest way to help you start climbing, even if there's other stuff you're just not sure about because you've never really been to a higher elo, or you just never spoke to a coach, so you really don't know specifically what you're doing wrong, and that's common. Don't feel bad about that. Players that are even in Challenger still have that issue where I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, and that's why they get coaches and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. If you guys are liking coaching or a VOD review, make sure you go down to my website page. If you guys like a free VOD review or a free coaching, make sure you join my Discord. It's not going to be as frequent as obviously buying the VOD review or the coaching, but it will happen. And if you are there, you can get one. Okay, so stay safe, guys. Till next time, you know what I always say. Thank you for approaching this like a coach.